What the jack is up, everybody? Jando here, back at it again with another video. And holy shit, Nexon Shadow drops a Hyperburninator event for May 20th. Oh my goodness, the reveal of this was just crazy. There was a specter at it was like 12 p.m. my time in game, and some outlet was like, "There's a Hyperburn event coming." It's in the patch notes of the Nexon launcher, and everyone called cap. He thought he was trolling, and then slowly but surely, everyone started to confirm, no, they're there. Is this real? No, surely it's not. Surely no. And then now it's been confirmed. This is on the official patch notes now. They were finally updated. And look at that. We're getting a Hyper Burninator. And I think I know why. So back when the anniversary patch first dropped, we got this Goddess Blessing Pass. And this is the one you see now in the patch notes. But whoever did them got a little too keen and had this one first. A season 3 with these dates. And I'm thinking, this is my personal opinion, they thought, oh, the Goddess Blessing Pass performed so well when we released it with the Lord Hunter that we should just do it again to make the same amount of money. And they made like negative money, or like barely. I think they made probably 5% of what they made with the Wild Hunter. So they learned their lesson, and now they're coming back at again with, you know what? Let's release it with the Hyperburn and hope for some juice. And there's also some theories where it was like some A/B testing where it was like, okay, what happens if you release the Goddess Pass without burning? And what if we release it with burning to see, testing the waters on what's more profitable? Which the answer should be pretty damn obvious. Always release this with the Hyperburn. You're going to make a free 35 bucks from every single player who is willing to spend. But yes, if you are willing to fork over the cash, you can get a level 260 in 30 minutes. But now the question is, who do you burn? Well, I have a fancy dancy list of prioritizing it by Legion block effect. Now, at the end of the day, you have two options with this. You can either turn this into just a Legion block, take your free stat and call it, or potentially use all of the juiced rewards you get from burning the premium pass and already being 260 and turn this thing into a Satani boss meal. You'll get a big head start with this combo of events. But who to burn? So you have a couple of choices. You can either burn it for a great Legion block, either the damage ones or the training ones. You can get some of the decent ones with a good like crit rate or extra move speed. You get some free stat. I think it's flat stat for your main or secondary stat. You can be different and just make a class that has no beneficial Legion block. I do not recommend burning a Kinesis because it gets its dedicated Hyperburn in July, and I wouldn't touch Mechanic until after we find out the events of the recently announced Overdrive summer update for KMS. Look, personally for me, it's giving me vibes that Mechanic is being remastered. It's due, honestly. It needs one. But look, we'll see. And of course, you can't do Errol, and I forgot this was a class in Maple Lamb. So, how do you decide who to burn? Now, you can't really go wrong with like anything from this list. Well, maybe Demon Avenger. The rest, however, are pretty good for a Satani boss mill. Blaster, okay, I'll put an asterisk for Blaster. You need to be a little special to play this class. But hey, maybe Blaster's also getting remastered in KMS. So maybe don't touch Blaster. But the others, well, hopefully you already have a Wild Hunter, fingers crossed. But Lin, Hayato, Kana, Sia, and Mojuan, they're insane. Especially these two. These two are just nuts. Zero and Phantom, as Satani boss meals, Zero kind of needs the love of a Challenger World. It needs to be like a main, sub-main, and like it's barely enough to be a Satani, barely enough to be a Legion champ. Like this thing needs a lot of love, a lot of gear, a lot of Hexa investment, and it's also a high APM intensive class where you have to be on point with your movement, with your comboing. And look, I dabbled. I was thinking of doing 0 for Challenge Award 3, but it is a lot. But yeah, how did we decide on which to pick? I personally would, like, you want to go for fun first. Whatever you find fun, you want to do that first. Then I'd go by Legion block, or if they're a good Satini boss meal. Like, for example, even though Iran is in the just no list, they are an insane burster. So if you can, like, 2-3 burst, maybe even get to a point where you can 1 burst Satini, you're going to be done in very quickly. They're equivalent or akin to... they're like, if you already have a Hayato and Connor, you like their playstyle, pick Iran. But as for the top contenders here, like Mercedes, bit on the high APM side, but still solid. Lin's just absurd. Mojuan, a little tricky to play. There is a learning curve behind it, but it's also ridiculously strong. Sierra Estelle, this is a bonkers class. I've seen one at 55 mil CP. Sure, it was liberated, but it was 2 origin bursting V-Healer, which is just nuts. Sierra Estelle, nuts. Shade is also just just overall, like, really good. Has great burst, has a mini burst, decent DPM. Look, its class bind is a little weird, but you can just use Metanova and you're fine. It has a class door, it has a backstab, it has a TP. It has the only thing it doesn't have is downward movement, but it has debuff resist. Pretty sure it has damage reduction, but I can't recall. But look, it has lifesteal. That's also a big one. Yeah, great class. Marksman's also great. Ren, obviously fantastic. Bowmaster, very simple. You press a button and you burst. And the same goes for, like, Hero. I think even Lara's better now. Buck's really good. Nightwalker's also really good. Has a backstep and a forward step. Always love classes with good mobility and control. Winacho is another one where you just press a sequence and you go at it. Shadower is a little bit awkward. I wouldn't say awkward to play, but I guess there's a learning curve. There's some timing. Paladin, it's not very good. In solo, there are better picks. Kali, slight learning curve. I have a baby boss mule of a Kali, and it's in the retired category. It's one of those classes where I just understand what the damage is happening. I just spam buttons and I do damage. Kane, apparently it's a very good burster, but I can't comment. Same with Angelic Blaster. Adele, you know me. I have an Adele. I like Adele, even though it has I have some issues with it still. It's still a solid Satini boss mill. So the management will both the gauge and the summons can do your head in. Haven't tried Ice Lightning, but it's apparently very strong. Arc is also extremely strong. Though it has a slight learning... I wouldn't say it's a slight learning curve, but it has a unique attack system. It's not just holding down one button. Can't comment on Lumi, can't comment on Cannoneer, but I think they're fairly simple. Blaze would have got a lot better with the balance patch. Pathfinder, I do enjoy my Pathfinder baby boss meal. I haven't experienced its 6th job yet, but it should be a pretty good pick if you do like it. But maybe I think it does need some love, but I can't comment further. Battle Mage, can't comment on this one. Ilium, I find Ilium very clunky. I just don't get this class. Even though it has some insane skills that can just ignore mechanics, I personally don't like it. If it was 100% flying uptime, I think this is one of the best classes in the game, but it's not. Young can't comment. Kaiser, I've heard about Kaiser and they have a unique CD skip / cooldown reduction mechanic that's quite interesting. But personally, I haven't tried it. Can't comment further. Same with Corsair, Xenon, and Thunderbreaker. This will... a lot of tapping your fingers. Like, you're just spamming buttons and going crazy. As for the no tier, can't comment on Mahili, but apparently you need, like, frame perfect to, like, do the blocking. But I can't comment on what else it can actually do and its value in damage. Evan, very high APM, very difficult class to play. Demon Slayer, fantastic class, has some great burst, great bossing, and it also can TB farm, which is always a good thing in its back pocket. Iran, insane burster. Dark Knight, I can't comment. Bishop, can't comment. Dawn Warrior, fantastic bursting class for rest to play. And I can't comment on Fire Poison. So out of this list, you can't really go wrong, honestly. Like, as long as you have fun on the class, So, and there's a bunch of guides. Like if you're interested in a class, just look up some guides on YouTube, and yeah, you should be fine. So the question now is, what will I be playing? Well, if you have been following along with my series, probably see it in my various docs, but I will be playing hero. Pick of the hero. I like the swords, even though it uses the axes in game because it's like +5 FD. I like the orbs. I also like Orb Reaver. And I'll be following along this fantastic fact done by the Mad Lads in the Hero Discord to learn how to play this class. But it's, again, very simple. Like, I'm pretty sure I can do something cool with Obsidian. I don't think I can. Can I? Pretty sure I can just copy the entire website into Obsidian. Technology. Such a cool feature. Can I make this bigger? A quick view. This is how I'm learning the class. Tells you everything of how to actually set up the class. And you can see a cheeky little quick look in the sequencing. First sequence, you pop everything, go crazy, and then it even has a mini burst. So, pretty cool. Looking forward to playing this and getting it to be the 6th Titani boss mill. Originally, Kinesis was going to take this place, but next it's like, well, here's a Hyperburn, here's the Goddess Premium Pass. Well, I'll stack them and I'll get a bunch of rewards. How many rewards? Well, we've got a list over here. So out of the gate, this is what you need to do to hit 260 in 30 minutes. You'll spend like 50% of that time just doing Terra Blink and the 2 strawberry farms. Outside that, it's all just tickets from the event pass, the premium pass, and boom. 30 minutes done, you're going to be 260. In addition, with all the symbols you get from both the premium pass and the Hyperburn, you're going to have level 13 symbols, which means after 50 days or 51 days of weeklies and dailies, you're going to be max symbols, which is just insane. As for nodes, you get about 800 nodes from the 2 passes, well, the Hyperburn and the premium pass, and about 58 experience nodes. So you're going to get a pretty good foot into the door of the job. As for gear, you get 1 event ring from the premium pass. You get a potless ring, I forgot what level, but gives you like crit damage or some shit. And you also get like, I think you get 2 fake dumps. As what I'll be doing, I might just like buy some cubes from the cube sale, and that's happening in like 12 hours. I don't know when I'm uploading this. It's happening this weekend. And I'll put them into the cash shop and use that to get 180 drop gear onto the hero, which should supplement it plenty well. Plenty well? What am I even saying? It will make getting drops from Golix, Arc, Pinkbane, and whatnot much easier. And I am thinking of giving it 4-set Arcanes and 18 starring it and seeing how that compares, as I do want to give the Wild Hunter and the Demon Slayer Absol spares, as I want to take them up to 21 stars for the Star Forcing event on the 31st. So yeah, this is May 20th. Is actually a pretty exciting time. It does cut into haste, but look, most of this is over in 30 minutes, so it doesn't really matter. But God, adding another daily character to the daily pipeline, hey, it's gonna be good fun. So yes, that is what my thoughts on Hyperburning. Crazy that it was actually added. And what are you guys going to Hyperburn? Let me know. And yeah, I'll catch you all in the next one. And as always, have a good day. See ya.